403 accounts. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
And then accounts engaged was 111 at 42.3%.
Wow. Wow. And when you look back at your week, what do you think's hitting? If you look at your individual performance on your individual videos, what's hitting, what's working?
My content style lately has been doing like kind of like TikTok style memes, because people love like funny stuff, and they're always trending audios, so they're more likely to pop up on the explore page, and you want your content to be like bingeable. So I've been getting a lot of inspiration from just TikTok, because that's where like the trends really start. And I've also been engaging with a lot of people that have the same target audience as me. So I've been like reaching out to top agents and like kind of I say hi. I say hi to every new follower. So that's been something new. I'm just like, hey, how are you? And like I follow them back if they seem like a legit person.
I love it. I love it. I love this, and congratulations on all the growth. One thing I've seen about your stuff lately is it's just funny, right? Like people, I didn't know that you had that level of humor, which is really cool to see. And I think that people are attracted to that. They want some type of entertainment, escapism. We know all those stats. And so really good. You guys, I'm gonna turn the conversation over to you guys in just a moment, but I want you just to think about this in a very, very easy way to digest. You're going to create content in these 5 buckets. You're going to do content that is entertaining, right? If you're more of the funny person, if that's your style, that's not necessarily my style, but whatever that is for you, if it's entertainment, then cool. Inspirational, right? So many of you have an amazing story that maybe it's something that you said, maybe it was a feeling that you had, maybe it was a workout video that you did to give somebody, you know, encouragement to get up their own hill, right? And I'm just using from a video I saw from George yesterday. Educational. Now, this is an area where each of you, Rahil, I'm going to mute you. Each of you have an ability to do this, because if you're working with buyers, if you're working with sellers, if you put somebody in contract, you guys know what it takes. And so you have a proven process. So the educational videos are videos that are going to hit. Videos that challenge thought and challenge people's views. I think that this is something that is super, super important, and I don't think we see enough of it. And the last one is videos that share your opinion. Don't be afraid of your opinion. And if you lose a follower or two because you shared your opinion about what you think, or about a need for more gun rights in this country, or a belief in this, or Sacramento didn't put a pride flag up this year, and you feel like a certain fucking way about it, and if you share your opinion about it and somebody doesn't like it and unfollows you, then peace out. You weren't supposed to follow me anyways. So when you think about it that way, you guys, really put it in one of those buckets. And here's what I want you to do is I just want you to try, be versatile, try different trends, try different things and see what's really working. But then go back in, look at the analytics, research and find out, okay, cool. I got a little information here. I got a little data. I thought something was going to hit. It didn't hit, so on and so forth. So that's my sentiment for the morning. I wanted to share that with you. And obviously I'm still growing and I'm still evolving. I'm not perfect in this category in any way, shape or form. I've just been super consistent, and I'm willing to try, and I'm willing to get myself out there and do things. But the one thing that I promise you is there'll never be a time where you don't see something from me. And I want to lead by example, and so does Kenny. We want to make sure that we are always creating. So when we're asking you guys to create, it's not just like, oh, go create because we know it's going to work. No, we know because we've seen it work for our own businesses and our own personal accounts. So let's do this. I want to go back over to Andrea Mama-san. And before we go on, does anybody have any comments on this? Anybody else want to provide any additional thoughts, insight, dialogue on that topic there? Anybody? And please don't be shy. Going once, going twice. Cool, we're going to move on. Andrea, you got a new listing. Talk to me about it. And also, I want you guys to put yourself in the queue. If you got an appointment this week, a new listing, you put a buyer in a contract, you got an appointment from calling your Vulcan 7 list, whatever it is, I want to know the action you took this week, and I want to know the results. Andrea, let's hear from you first, and we'll go to Jess Bling next.
This has been one of like the most busiest and stressful weeks, but positive and never negative. But I got 2 buyer leads. to sign with me and one listing. I wrote on 2 contracts and offers didn't get accepted, but it balanced out with getting a listing yesterday. So
So let me ask you a quick question, just so I
Stressful, up and
understand.
down.
When you said you got 2 buyers to sign with you, do you mean that agreed to work with you, or you actually got a broker buyer agreement signed?
to agree to work with me.
Okay, cool. And how did you get those leads in the first place?
Sphere, friends of a friend.
Cool. I love it. And this new listing, how did you get the listing? Where's the listing at? So talk us through the process.
Sure. Ran into a girlfriend and she's been watching me on social media and she's like, Andrea, I'm so glad I ran into you. I've been watching your Instagram and you're killing it. And I'm like, really? And she's like, yeah, I see all the things you're doing and I want to put you in touch with my mom. She wants to sell her house. Actually, she had her house listed last year. It didn't work out. And she's like, I want you to work with my mom. So put me in touch with her last week. We were scheduled to do it about an hour and a half listing a presentation. It lasted about 3.5 hours. We just vibed. And I gave her, she's like, give me a week to think about it. I followed up with her yesterday and just let her talk through what in her mind, her pros and cons. And by the end of the conversation, she's like, you know what, let's do it. Let's list this. So.
I love this. You said something that stood out to me, like you just let them talk through whatever they needed to talk through, right? And sometimes we just have to be a platform for people to be able to talk, and then we just have to listen intently, right? And make sure that you heard them correctly. And sometimes, I'm going to promise you this, you guys, sometimes you'll go into a listing presentation and you won't say much, right? You'll obviously talk, but you'll listen quite a bit and you'll disagree. And if they feel like, wow, this person really listened to me, they understand what my needs are, they understand where I want to go and what I want to achieve, that's somebody that I want to do work with, versus somebody just telling me all the things that they think that I need to know. I'm an active listener. So I love this, Andrea. I love that for you. Can you tell us where the listing is, where it's going to be, and that way we can support you?
It is going to be in the Allendale, Oakland, a 3-2, and it's a beautiful house. So I'm excited about it. Look out for it, guys. And actually, we'd like to maybe start off market first and then maybe put it on the market. So let's do it maybe within the team. We'll see.
Looking for a 3-2 in Allendale. Can you give us a range?
What range, what we're going to list at, or what we're 775.
Okay, if you have a client that's in that range, hit her up. That's an off-market opportunity for you guys. Love that. Congratulations to you. Yeah, let's go to Ophelia. Ophelia. All right, you guys, I got to tell you an insight. So I met Ophelia's cousin, and Ophelia's cousin, they call her Ophi. And so ever since then, your boy's been calling her Ophi, but she hasn't stopped me, but she just gives me this every single time. So Ophi, let's hear from you. Major wins this week. What did you do? What action did you take? What results? Let's hear from you. Need I say it? Need I say it, Boomer?
I don't even know what to say anymore. I on mute is gonna be like my tag now. So I got an investor and we closed escrow. So we got into contract, closed escrow in 7 days, and he's going to flip. So hopefully that'll be done in about 90 days or less. So
you got into contract, closed in 7 days. Was this an all cash buyer?
All cash buyer.
Wonderful, wonderful. Investor?
Yes, investor. So hopefully we're getting ready to flip it in about 90 days or less. He's trying to like get it going. The property next door has, we just found out that the seller had passed away, but the other seller's still alive out of the property. So we're trying to see how I can get in touch with him and make him an offer. My investor has cash. He's like, let's just both of them. So I'm working on that and got a offer accepted. The one that I was doing while you were doing the presentation, I was typing super fast while you were talking. I was like, I hope I don't interrupt him. So I got that offer accepted, got a new buyer's consult yesterday. Now my mom's calling. Sorry.
I appreciate you you know, declining her call for us.
I
And
did.
then,
She just left. I don't know what she wants now, but yeah, so it's been pretty good. And my social media, I'm getting more comfortable out there. I'm being more comfortable in even like no makeup and whatnot, and just being me. I think really coming through and just unapologetically being me.
you know, and Ophelia, another big win for you. You had an agent that found you on social
Oh,
media.
right. Yes. I
Talk about
had
it.
an agent. She was looking and she saw my Spanglish part of my tag. And she is out of Napa and she said, you know, I just don't resonate with my team. It's just, we don't click. When I saw your social media, I saw what you're about. I see how you're coming through, and it really made me want to reach out and talk to you. So we talked for like an hour one day. And she's like, I just really just want to work with you. And I'm a new agent and I feel I can learn a lot from you. And that's how I introduced you to speak to Adelina. So she said that this month, this is her last month, and then she's coming over.
Yes, I love it. I love it. And congratulations to you guys. Ophelia is a person that 1 year, I'm just gonna go 1 year back. I don't want to be on video. Oh my God, Elias, I don't know what to say. I get sweaty. I fumble over my words. I'm not good on camera. I don't like the way I
get
look.
sweaty.
All of No, I'm just, maybe you weren't sweaty. I'm just threw that extra because I embellished a little bit.
Maybe I
But
get sweaty now, bruh. Damn. Okay. Thank you.
in the face in here. But the point is that she's evolved and she's adapted and she's really started to walk into her purpose. So love that action for you. Thank you for sharing. Let's go to Bling. Bling, let's go over to you. Funny, I give her a new first name. Jess, let's go to you.
Boy, I'll take it. Shit, today has been, or this week has been such a great eye-opening week. Can I share something from our coaching session, Elias, if that's okay?
Hey, that's cool with me. If it's okay with you, I'm down.
Yeah, I had a little bit of a revelation. It's interesting because my mind is constantly moving in the direction of who I need to become. And sometimes my heart.
Hold on, Jess. Hold on, Jess.
Of that.
Hold on. This message is important. Can you take yourself off of your car audio and just use your phone audio because it's not coming in that clear?
Yeah. Is that better? I can put on my AirPods real quick too.
No. This is perfect. Way better. Clear.
Oh shit. Now I can't hear you. Don't hang up on me. This is important. Hold on.
All right.
Yeah.
So
God love technology, so you need that shit.
Can you
Why
hear
can't
me?
I hear you?
Can you hear me?
Fuck, now I sound old.
There's a like a speaker thing in the top left. If you hit that, that should probably help you out, Jess.
No, it took me to my car audio again. I'm so sorry, guys.
It's okay. Let's just roll with it.
I'm sorry. Hold on.
Can you hear me, Jess?
I got it. Okay. I just can't work under pressure. Like when I have to calculate numbers with people, that shit stresses me out. Okay, so back to this thought. Y'all can hear me good? Yes?
We're back. Let's go.
Perfect. So my heart oftentimes gets in the way of my growth, I'm noticing. And what I mean by that is the narrative that I tell myself is that I want to help everybody own homes and I want to educate people on financial literacy. And that has been something that has been my purpose since I got into real estate. And I need to elevate my thought process. And as selfish or fucked up as this may sound, I don't want to help people that may not be in a position financially to buy a house. I want to help people that make six figures that need to know how to reinvest their money to start building their net worth and their multiple streams of revenue and are looking to me as their guidance. So I have to switch that narrative to I want to help everyone. And I need to be very specific with the messaging that I'm putting out there, because I noticed that when I thought I was being authentic to myself and posting videos, I was still talking to the people that may not have the budget to do it or mentally are not in the place of understanding how housing can change their life. So having a moment with Elias, it's interesting because the shit that he says, like I don't want to say I already know because I'm not arrogant in that sense, but it just reaffirms the thought that my mind is trying to take me to. And so now I'm elevating and carrying myself through. My purpose is helping 6-figure people who know somewhat about financial literacy and raise their hand and say, you tell me what to do and we will do it.
Wow. You guys, I want you to really, really think about this and think about congruency in your thoughts and congruency in your actions, right? On one hand, Jess is telling me, I want to raise my average sales price. I'm that $1 million listing agent. I am this person. I believe that, right? But on the other hand, it's like, I want to serve, you know, this style of client. And I was like, well, those two really don't match up. So I was like, you got to be congruent. So all actions, all activities, not saying that she's not going to help a $500,000 buyer, because she will, but the way that she's marketing herself, her marketing, her lists, and her target approach, and her unique value proposition is now going to be in alignment. And sometimes we have to make sure that we have congruency, and sometimes we don't, and it's okay. But I'm glad that you realize that.
Yeah, that was really important. So I thank you so much. And I got to get out of my own way, because it's like my mind knows what to do. Call it the drunk monkey, call it whatever you want. I don't really, I guess it is a little bit of a doubt, but it's kind of just like, okay, bitch, like we got to keep going. Like this is, your mind is obviously, whether it's God, the universe, whatever it is that you believe in, I respect it. But I feel like that's my inner calling telling me, like your mind knows, it's your heart and your behaviors and past that will kind of bring you back. But anyways, very quickly, what Elias and I talked about yesterday, I translated into my content, because remember I told you my mind had been telling me you need to change this. The last 2 weeks, every Monday, I have batch recorded in the Fast Studio content to attract my people. And the 2 talking head videos that elevated, like, okay, we're not going to talk about a pre-call and pre-approval. That shit's oversaturated. How do we take it to the next level of thinking and talk to the people that you want to attract? So I talked about trust. And I was very fucking blunt and said, we got to stop dying without having proper documentation. That was my hook. Since then, it may not sound like a big deal to y'all. 3 people reached out to me and was like, Jess, this is so important. Please put me in touch with your trust person. I also posted another one about homeowners insurance not being available. Multiple messages. Thank you so much for letting us know that. We did not know, blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm noticing that with that shift and my talk with Elias, that I have to trust myself. And this is very exciting, because our Shredders are a little behind, but I got some fire ass content coming, you guys. I'm so excited. I feel like this is the most confident that I've been in my content in a very, very long time as far as my direction. But all of that to say, those were some of my wins, coming to that realization, getting multiple people that trust me to put me in touch with my either insurance agent for insurance or for trusts. And lastly, Elias encouraged me, Coach, I really respect you and I appreciate you and everything you tell me. Bro, I'm really out here trying to make this shit happen. You told me to do my event. I'm about to get emotional. Fuck. You told me to do my event and I did it. And I used to do them 3-4 times a year, but kind of just been in a slump. And so I was like, fuck it. He said, throw something on the calendar. I'm going to just reserve a date. I'll figure out what the event is later. And we did exactly that. And just yesterday, one of the attendees there is part of my sphere. And thank God I didn't procrastinate like I used to. I messaged them literally the next day. And I told him, if you have anyone that's interested in buying or selling a house, I hope you'll think of me. I kid you not. Like 2 hours later, he messaged me and was like, hey, one of my colleagues is looking for an agent. We did a buyer consultation. They're looking for a house between $1.5 and $2 million. So when I tell y'all, I just got goosebumps, and that's my testimony. God is really showing off right now, y'all. I'm telling you.
Wow.
Sorry for taking so much time. I just needed to get that off my chest.
You know, if I wasn't emotionally aware, like I'm having a hard time, like not getting emotional based on what she said. And my success is your guys' success. Seeing you guys win and hearing your testimonials, that's winning for me. I absolutely love this, and I love this for you, and I love what you've been able to accomplish. You guys, you got to think about this. There's tons of people out there right now in the Bay Area that are hearing the same shit. And there's buyers right now, or sellers in Berkeley, that are sitting on a $2.5 million property. Why not tell them not to sell their home? Okay. If I'm a consumer and I see a Mitch saying, if you own a home in Berkeley, California, I'm going to tell you something that you probably need to hear. Do not sell your property. Like wait a minute. He's a realtor. He's telling me not to sell my property. Listen, who's the person that is helping you right now leverage the mass amounts of equity that you currently have in your property? I'm going to make a suggestion to you. Don't sell your property. Leverage the equity that you've built over the years, because you have the highest amount of equity that you've probably ever had. If you want to talk about strategy, I'd love to talk to you about diversification. You guys, like, I'm a seller. I'm an owner, a homeowner, and you're telling me not to sell my property. Hey, I'm going to tell you 3 reasons why you should not sell your property in the Bay Area right now. Wait, I thought you were a realtor. Don't you want me to sell my property? Don't you want to take me? Don't you want to put me in a house that now I'm paying a higher interest rate? No, hold on, Kimosabi. We have some options for you. That's a good hook, you guys. That's a good hook. So I appreciate that, Jess. Appreciate the sentiment. George, let's go to you, and then we'll start wrapping up this session, you guys. George.
Yeah, so some of my wins for this week are I've been more so focusing on not doing a ton of social media this week, and just kind of really focusing on my customer experience, because I felt like for a second creating so much content was kind of taking away from me doing that. So I wanted to reevaluate that this week and focus on the people that I have, and I was organizing it on a dashboard. And I was able to see that I have about just shy of 9 million in active buyers right now. I totaled them up. I have about 8 to 10 active buyers right now. I've been averaging about 1 to 2 buyer consultations a week, all from social media. So I also just got an agent referral from Oahu. So I ended up partnering and that was through Instagram. So I ended up partnering with Delaney in Sacramento, because the buyer is actually relocating from Oahu in September to Sac. And then I'm actually referring out one of my friends that's selling her investment property in Columbus, Ohio. So that was kind of a trek trying to find an agent for that. But I'm having a call at 12:30 today with that agent to make the connection. So just really organizing all of my leads. And in the last week, I would say I toured about 32 homes with 4 different families, one of which is going through the pre-approval process to put down their EMD for a new construction in River Islands. And then the other one, I just showed 2 properties, 2 in Vallejo, and the second house that they saw, they're actually extremely interested in, which is great, because they initially said that they did not want to go to Vallejo. But I set that expectation to be open-minded in the buyer consultation like 4 weeks ago. And now they're like, damn, we were hoping we were not going to like the house. We were hoping we were going to hate it. But that's where I've been utilizing brokers' tours, is learning about each market, seeing all the inventory that's out there, posting it on my story. And me going to brokers' tours actually has helped get me in a client through Instagram recently. She's looking for a $1.5 million house here in Hayward. And then she's also looking to sell her townhouse, which is literally, I found out after chatting with her the other day, that her kitchen looks into our Hayward office. And that was from Instagram.
I love this. You guys, is it safe to say that George's business currently is Shark Tankable? Is it safe to say that his business is Shark Tankable? Knowing where he's going, knowing what's in his pipe, knowing how many homes that he's toured, who's actively seeing properties, the variety, like, he's clear on where his business is at. Each of you should be clear based on how many clients you're working with, their average sales price, what you're forecasting over the next 90 days, 60 days, 30 days. You guys should be able to know those numbers off the top of your head. And if you're not busy right now, go out and preview. If you don't got shit going on, knock on doors, preview homes, do open houses. That's that simple. Every single one of you has this beautiful thing that opens up doors. Go and make a list. If you can't get the broker tour, okay, I get it, you got your kids, but go make a list of 10 to 15 homes and just go out there and start seeing properties and start making some videos. That shit's easy. That's easy. Each of you guys have the ability to go out there and preview properties. And we sat in with one of the top teams in all of the Bay Area, the Renee White team. And Renee White did 120 listings last year by herself. She doesn't work with any buyers, by herself. You know what a non-negotiable is for her still? Previewing properties. previewing properties every single week, non-negotiable?
You know, that's actually where I started doing the broker's tours from, was when we saw her say that at the Homelight Mastermind. And ever since, I make it a point to see homes on broker's tours in Oakland, even though I don't have any clients that are looking in like 2 million in Montclair, but I still post those on my story. And it's actually been helping me build relationships and network with agents, because then on the tours, I'm actually asking them, hey, do you have any off-market properties? I'm not gonna lie, I don't have a client in this price range for this house, but these are the off-market areas my investor clients are looking for. Do you have something like this? And it's actually helped me establish good relationships with agents too. But not only that, they're sharing my content, and then they're asking me to do videos on their property now. And then I'm actually, because our team is so large and our open houses are kind of saturated, so it's made it easier for me to get open houses outside of our team with other agents.
Beautiful. Love this. Love this. All right, you guys, let's do this. Let's get key takeaways. 2 people. Mari Cruz, I'm going to go to you really quick. Key takeaway, rapid fire from today's session.
Okay. Key takeaways. The first one was leverage from the team. I recently had a listing presentation and I lost against a Redfin agent. So I think that what I could have done differently was leverage off of the team. And I'm looking forward to using the team in the future.
Love that.
And the other thing was Jessica, I feel like, or Jess, I feel like I can relate to her. She said something about that she wanted to help everyone buy a house. And now she's kind of, it sounds like she's picking and choosing who she wants to help. And I can relate to her because in the beginning of my career, I was helping everyone, holding their hand, picking up documents from their house, scanning them, then dropping them off at their home. Or I recently had a client who wanted to buy a house. She was very motivated, but she wasn't doing what the lender was asking her to do. She needed a letter for her husband to say why he was on disability. And it was taking a while for her to write it. So I ended up using ChatGPT to write it, and I sent it to her within like seconds. And then she said, oh, I actually need one for myself too, because I was a stay-at-home mom. So I was like, no problem, I got you. Used ChatGPT, wrote the letter, sent it to her. And it's been a couple weeks. I've been following up and she's just been saying, oh, I've been super busy. So I feel like I can't continue to waste my time and energy on people that say they want to buy, but they're not putting in the work. So I would rather stop wasting my time there and start looking for other people that actually want my help.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Really great takeaway. I want to make sure to keep everybody on pace and on time. And I'm prepping for a new accountability group at 10 a.m. today. So Colin, bro, I really, it has to be less than 30 seconds, bro.
It will be. Elias, is it okay to post my name and number for other agents to reach out to me, or is it a little bit too soon?
No, just have them follow you on Instagram. That's it. What's your Instagram handle?
Elbasani Colin.
Albasani Colin. Follow him on Instagram. He's on the team. He's on the team roster. You guys can find him on Slack. Let's all stay connected. But you guys, thank you for all of your contributions today. I want you to be real with the amount of content that you're creating. I want you to look at your analytics. You are running a business here. And if that is a marketing channel in your business that is not currently operating to its efficiency, then it's time for you to make some changes. You are running a business here, and that is a huge part of your marketing. And if it's not working for you, make some changes, analyze that, and really look into that and how you can improve and get better. And you have tons of examples around you. There should be no reason that that marketing channel is not working for you. The only reason it's not working for you is because you're not working. So you guys, have a wonderful day. I appreciate you guys. As always, keep it moving towards your dream. Whoa, got choked up there. Keep it moving towards your dreams, your goals, and vision, and have an amazing, amazing day. Peace.